Woke up this morning, coffee in hand, flipped on the screen, my favorite man. Crafty's on the TV, chipping that stone with obsidian and flint. He's in the zone. He's shaping the future with a hit and a crack, building the legends, ain't no turning back. With every sharp edge, he's teaching the way of the ancients who thrived back in the day. Crafty on the TV, talking that smack, stone carving dreams, never looking back. From Texas to Vermont, Crafty studies us, chiseling the past, building futures for us. Wielding the hammer, he's steady and strong, crafting a world where we all belong. Underneath those layers of dust and grit finds the magic every little bit. A sculptor of stories buried in the ground, each piece he uncovers wisdom abound. With every collision, the sparks start to fly. As the old world awakens, we question why. He's digging deeper where the shadows play, reviving old crafts that could fade away. Crafty on the TV, talking that smack, stone carving dreams, never looking back. From Texas to Vermont, Crafty studies us, chiseling the past, building futures for us. Wielding the hammer, he's steady and strong, crafting a world where we all belong. And in this life, we're all just searching for our place in the world, a way to keep working. With the flick of his wrist, he brings forth the light. In every gray morning, he makes it feel right. So gather around, let the stories unfold. Crafty's our guide through the young and the old. With the sun rising high and the day moving on, Crafty carves dreams till the light is all gone. He's shaping the future one chip at a time. With every creation, he's keeping the rhyme. From the heartland of Texas to the mountains of green, the legacy lives on through the stonework unseen. With every perspective, he's showing the way. Crafty keeps going, come whatever may. Crafty on the TV, talking that smack, stone carving dreams, never looking back. From Texas to Vermont, Crafty studies us, chiseling the past, building futures for us. Wielding the hammer, he's steady and strong, crafting a world where we all belong. So here's to the mornings with coffee in hand, and Crafty on the street, of the land. He's through stone and through story. He inspires the day.
Hello. Okay. Let's see. I don't have all the lights on. Maybe this lighting will be better. I'm going to try it out. I left one of the lights off by accident, right? But I think it might actually work better. If not, I'll go back to the old setup, maybe with a dimmer light. Mr. Jim is first one. Good evening. Mike Mason is here. Duckenstein is here. Chris Cox. Hello. Good evening. Alan Cole is here. Stoneface. Tommy Taylor. Kraylin Landry. Not feeling good, but could not miss. I might learn something. Mac Bales is here. All right. Hello. Sam Folks. Chris Cox is here. Nice looking raw. Well, we don't know yet. Okay, it's kind of nice. We don't know yet. Let's see. Alan says I'm on my way to the wilderness. We'll be back someday. Someday or Sunday? Let's see. Yeah, the spell correct often does that. I don't know. Ellen Young is here. Good evening. John J. Johnson says hi. Hopefully I can find something nice next week, says Chris. Flake Scar says good evening. Let's see here. Mr. Jim was the first one, right? Yeah. Tommy Taylor's here. Who else? Justin Korn, hey, how's it going? Evening, Patrick, Chippers, and Trolls. Today's Friday night, right? We might have some trolls, who knows? Hi, Stone, how's everything today? Just got the grass cut today, then it rained like crazy. Made it just in time, huh? We left a little patch of grass uncut, the neighbor and I. And little groundhog was in the uncut patch. So yeah, he likes it. Hey Groundy, he likes it. Yeah, he's been eating the clovers in the yard, so we just left the patch unmowed, and he was there this evening. Kind of nonchalantly walked up and just started munching on clovers in the little uncut patch. So what are you going to do tonight? I'm going to break up a bunch of rocks. Yeah. I'm going to break up a bunch of these and see how good it is, and I'm going to offer some of these flakes in the auction. The good flakes that I get. I got a whole bucket, actually. Okay, but I'm not going to dump them out yet. I'm going to nap as many as I can into flakes and bifaces tonight. That's all I'm going to do is flakes and bifaces. I might, at the very end, start chipping and notching and stuff on a finished point, but I doubt it. I need to do a lot of this spalling stuff. So, without further ado, let's see what we can do. Let's try this. I've been wanting to break into that one. This one's been bugging me for a long time because it's been sitting on top of the rock pile. I don't know what's going on with this one. And I'm going to try this lighting, see if it works for the flake scars, see if we can see them better. Oh, I see what it's going to do. It's got cracks in it though. See that big old crack? But this is ranch rock from Texas. I don't know what kind of chert it is. It's some kind of chert. It's tough chert. That's what it is. At least this piece. It looks slick, but it's really tough. I might have to separate this into needs heat and doesn't need heat. Goodness gracious. This is really tough. Yeah, it doesn't like to be napped. So that's what I mean, that you can't judge the rock by its cover. Never judge a rock by its cover. Might look nice. Yeah, that natural crack is exposed now. But this needs heat, so let's put this in a needs heat type of bin or box or whatever. Bucket. Bin box bucket. That's terrible. Okay. This is a needs heat bucket. Okay, all right. What's next? Let's break into some other. This is looks better. Let's see. Yeah, better. Okay, so we're gonna do a bucket that doesn't need heat, and one that does need heat. How's that? I'm gonna try to get as many good flakes as possible, so that means I might not get a biface. That's good. I'm looking for flakes, not the biface. Yeah, I don't know. That's okay, I suppose. So what is my process for this? I wish I knew. I wish there was a process for this. I just try to get big flakes. Break it down and see what's inside. That's all I try to do. Right? I don't know what the process is other than I try to break it down and see what's inside. I don't know why I know where to hit. This is high grade raw, yeah. Yeah, because I can do that with it. Yeah. See, I'm going to offer flakes like this in the auction, plus some of these other ones that are bigger. Maybe not that one. I'm going to shave it down a little bit. Let's put this one in there. I think this might be shaved down enough to ship it, although that's got too much cortex on it. That's a small flake. Let's see. Let me take some cortex off of this. See if I dare ship it like this. Yeah, that's good. I don't think there'll be issues with that cortex. Okay. Let's get some of this mass off of there. Wrong way. Yeah, that's a better flake. Take the curve out of there. The curve out of there. The curve off of there. Or out. Get rid of cortex. Yeah, like that. I can ship that one, sell that one without feeling bad. Let's see what this one does. This one's from Ballinger, Texas. Ballinger is a challenger. Nice. Yeah. So if it goes that way, it's good. If it goes that way, it needs heat. No, didn't do it. Yeah, okay. Let's reduce some of this clunky part. Get rid of the crackiola pudding. There's a crack in it right here. Yeah, right there. Yeah, I can sell that one. No? Yes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, like that. Get rid of the delicate spots. Get rid of the thick spots. Get rid of cracks. So yeah, I'm not doing much talking because I guess I have to focus on this. I thought I'd be able to talk and do this, but these pieces are challenging. That's good enough. Rounded and blocky is challenging. And again, I'm not going for bifaces. They're kind of ending up sort of like bifaces. Well, I'm testing this and removing flakes that can be utilized. Yeah, there you go. Now I gotta skin off the cortex and the clunky areas. Let's see. Oh, that was a reverse. That was a reverse flake. That does happen sometimes. You see that? Did you learn something? No, you missed it. You missed the reverse flake. Yay, overshot! Yay! Trashiola. All right, what do we got? See, try to get the conchoidal to explain the reverse flake. Yeah. See, we got impact fracture there in the cortex. Yeah, I think that's good. I can sell that. All right, what do we got? Next. I'm just looking for a good spot to hit, possibly. Oh, yes, that's high grade raw. So far, so good. We're getting lucky with these high grade raw ranch rocks. A lot of times these ranch rocks are not that great, but this is pretty good. Yeah. So I'll be selling small flat rate boxes of this stuff once I get it all spalled out. All right, whatever you see tonight, I'll be offering in small flat rate boxes. Yeah, just so you can experience the high grade raw if you don't know what high grade raw is, or you think you know but you don't know. From Texas. Yeah, there is high grade raw in other places, not just Texas, but this is what I call ranch rock. It's on private property. Most of the best stuff is on private property. It's very rare that you can get good stuff on public property or in public areas. It's rare. You'll get like 6 rocks that are meh, and then 1 good one on the public areas. In my estimation, just from my experience. But if it's chalky on the outside, it's a good sign. This is pretty chalky, so yeah, see, I can do that with it. This is good. I can sell that. Let's see what else we got in here. Anything? Anybody? It's not much to hit because it's all Cortex. That's why sometimes these are slabbed, cut on a saw so that we can get the maximum amount of material so people can break them in half. Yeah. We're going to maximize it with the slabber so people can break it in half because all slabs are too skinny in the middle. Yeah. Well, this doesn't want to do it. This does not want to do it. It's got a thick Cortex. See, I got little flakes. These are not that great. I'm not going to put those in the flat rate box. But the bigger ones I am. Or maybe I'll just have to do a biface out of this. Okay, here we go. That might be useful. Depending on how much Cortex we got. I don't know, might not, I don't think that's useful. Let's go to this and see what else we can get. Might have to just I might just have to be satisfied with what I can get from the middle of this. That might work. No, it's too curved, and it's for experts to nap that. Let's see. I don't give new guys those kind of flakes unless I want them to be tortured. But some of these flakes I wouldn't wish them on my enemy. No. It's just too torturous. Well, I got rid of some mass on that, but it didn't go quite the way I wanted. I can still sell this one, all right. Straighten it out a little bit. Yeah, let you work on that. Let's see if I can get something out of this. Come on. That might be something. I know it's got too much thickness, but sometimes it's good to start with a thick piece. I like starting with the thicker ones myself. Yeah, that's good enough. I can offer that one. Let's see, where does this? It's a Ballinger, Texas. Yep, Ballinger, Texas chert. These are all dark cherts, right? I did pick them as dark cherts. Someone was asking for chert one of my live streams. I still have that batch I'm going to throw in with this other stuff. But yeah, this is good. This, I don't know, this is like mid-grade so far. Let's see. Yeah. I'm napping this like I would nap the stones out in the field. If there was a place for these flakes, You know what I mean? I wouldn't leave these flakes out near the river or whatever. If there was a place where we could spall and then dump the flakes later, I would do this in the field. Get these broken down so I don't have to carry all the material back. See, these will be put in a separate box of just little debitage flakes. I do let new guys pick up these kind of flakes. They're thin, but they're straight, so they can practice the edge work and stuff, practice notching and whatnot. But the stuff I'm offering in the auction is going to be thicker, like that. And not fancy bifaces, because, you know, it's usually out of people's price range if I offer bifaces. But I can do that too. But it takes me forever, actually, to make a bunch of bifaces. This doesn't take long by comparison. Yeah, this is going to have to be a biface. I'm not getting big flakes off of this. I'm getting these kind of flakes. I guess I can offer that one. I don't know. We'll see. No. Go for bigger stuff. Yeah, this looks... I got to take this cortex off because that's dicey. Let's skin that off. Yeah, see, with impact fracture, gotta skin those off. It will ruin your day. Yeah, like that. I still need to get rid of more of that cortex. Yeah, like that. And yeah, like that. Okay, so offer that one. There's some flakes that can be placed in a bin with debitage. And then I'll give away the debitage, and maybe I'll save some of it for myself. I like debitage. Another Ballinger. I might actually sell the spalls from this and make a finished point out of this for the auction. Yeah, so let's see. This one I will try for a biface. But I'll sell the big flakes as soon as I get the cortex off. Yes, yes. Get rid of delicate areas. Get rid of the square edge. Come on. There it goes. I'm aggressive with it because there's no sense in being delicate at this stage, because if it's going to break because of a crack, you don't want it to break after you spent an hour and a half trying to get it thinned down. Yeah. So if it breaks at this point, you dodge the bullet. If it breaks at this stage, we've definitely dodged the bullet. As long as I'm not too crazy with the amount of force I use. Yeah, that's good. I'm pretty sure, well, that might be crackly. Hold on. No? Let's get some of that off of there, just in case. You never know, it could be really nasty. Yeah, it looks okay. How's that lighting? I'm going to check the chat here. How's the lighting? Because I don't know if that helps with the more pronounced shadows. I like Debitage. I like Deb. Yeah. Explore Florida, sharing live with the Nap Discord. Cool. Awesome. Explorer says I nap at the beach only like pressure flaking. I had a Karen looking over my shoulder. I was hoping for a viral napping Karen moment. Hey, Jesse's here. Who else? Jeff Cowie. Those flakes go in the box for the guys who remind us that the Native Americans didn't use copper. There you go. They just use copper for awls and masks and beads and jewelry and adzes and scrapers and needles and sometimes for cone-shaped arrowheads and other accoutrements, but they never used it for napping. Yeah. Sarcasm. Let's see. Eric Kitty is here. Attorney Bailey is here. Smashing rocks, my new obsession. Yes. It is an obsession after a while. Jeff Jin is here. Mike Mason says, I believe conchoidal is just a shape that explains a fracture dynamic. However, without it, you can't make flakes. It's just this, it's the initiation of the flake. The conchoidal fracture is the initiation. After the initiation of the flake, the fracture propagates in various ways. Okay? And the conchoidal is not the only initiation dynamic. There's also radial cracks, as an example. Okay, so, and there's also these weird things like, what do they call them? I'm already forgetting. There's striations in the surface of the stone. It's not always ripples. Sometimes you get striations that are straight in. They're not ripply. So the conchoidal fracture just explains some of what happens at the initiation of the point of impact. The initiation at the point of impact. And that's it. Yeah, I do sarcasm. When someone says that the Native Americans did not use copper for napping, I go, well, let's see, they used it for, like I said, different accoutrements, especially for jewelry and ceremonial items and masks. And there's a lot of celts and stuff made from copper. There's some other little eccentric little sculptures and stuff. There's a lot of stuff made from copper, but of course, they didn't use it for napping. No. Napping wasn't important enough to use copper. No. Okay? All right. Yeah, sarcasm. All right, let's see what we got here. Is that a good flake? Yeah, it might be. It's a little bit thick, a little bit small. I don't know. That might fill up an area that needs a little bit of extra. I'm going to try to make a biface out of this one, okay? So if I start to make crud flakes too often, it's because I'm shooting for a biface. Yeah. How's that? Is that good for a useful flake? Yeah, maybe, but it's got issues. Let's see if we can get rid of the issues so the buyer doesn't have to use no tissues. Yeah. Well, I guess dodged the bullet there. That That stuff is too deep. That crud in there was way too deep. There's some crud there too. Okay, got rid of that crud. Shave off the delicate edge that you're not going to be using.
Wait a second, I was going to use that to cut some watermelons and tomatoes. Dude, come on.
No, you can get other flakes for that. Besides, those watermelons and tomatoes are GMO. Yeah. Okay, I can sell that one. Alright, so let's see. Let's go for some more good flakes. Hopefully. Yes. Is that good? It's got cortex. It's got a delicate area. Got delicate areas now. Let's just put that down in with there for debitage. Debitage. Stuff like this, debitage, yeah, it's kind of thin on the edges. By the time I knock off all the delicate edges, it's not much left. This is good for cutting tomatoes for sure. Yeah, just dull this side and you got a good tomato cutter for days. You know what? It'll even cut dandelion stems. You know them dandelion stems are tough. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what we got. You got some crud in here. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good flake, right? Just trim off the delicate areas. See what we got. It's not as good as we think after we get rid of all the delicate areas. But yeah, it's good enough. Alright, it's high grade raw. This is all high grade raw stuff. As soon as it becomes dicey, I stick it in this other bin over here that needs heat. Come on. See, it needs heat. But so far, only a small batch needed heat. But we'll see. Night is still young. I am going to make a biface and set this aside for something for the auction. Yeah. Like a big blade or a knife. Oh, that flake is sweet. That goes into for sale. In the for sale bucket. Yeah. Alright, let's see. No, I don't want to contaminate the bucket with debitage. My flake will end up in there and I'll go, do I really want to put this in there with it? How'd this get in here? What was I thinking? Was I thinking something? Let me see. That it slows me down because then I think, wait a second. That little flake, maybe it was extra specially good. No. So. Okay. Maximize. Maximize. Yeah, maximize. Within reason. Okay, good. Is this a debitage? Yeah, that's a debitage. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, hold on. Yes. Okay. That flake, is it pass for good or is it debitage? I don't know. Let's see. Where's my pressure flaker that I had the other day? I rearranged my kit and now I can't Can't find it. Oh, here it is. I don't know, it's kind of wonky. I'll just put it in the debitage. That one is too wonky. These are starting to get too wonky. Or too thin. It's okay to be wonky as long as it's not too thin. You can't do anything with it when it's too thin. Unless you want to make a wonky point. But then that qualifies as debitage. If all you can make out of it is a wonky point on purpose, this qualifies as debitage. Hey, Chris Lithic. Hey, Pat and Chat. I'm a little late, but I made it. Working a Caribbean festival tonight. Or Caribbean festival. Sweet. You still working? Oh, this doesn't look too promising. Dang it. It runs deep. Deeper than I was thinking. Oh, boy. I shouldn't think so much. Start thinking about this. I mess up. I was thinking I can get some good flakes off of there. Yeah. Because I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm using my noggin. Yeah, that's a good flake. But I think I'm skinning off all the good stuff. I might be skinning off all the good stuff. And there's nothing good left. If that's what I think it is. We might have two pieces here in a second. If there's some cracks that go all the way through, or not even all the way, we're in big trouble. Let's see. Yeah, people want to see this process, except whenever I put this process up, no one watches. They say they want to see how this is done, but they don't watch it. Yeah. You would think that if they asked for seeing this process, they'd stick around and watch it, but no. I'm trying to clear off all the nasties. Get some usable flakes at the same time. Maybe it's just because it's Friday. No, I think people just don't want to. They don't act on what they say they want. Yeah, I learned that today. They say they want something, but they don't really act on it. They go do something else. They go watch pizza making videos. Nice girl making pizza. That's what they will go watch. Yeah. They don't want to know how to clear out the nasties on the rocks they find out in the ranches. Unless they're watching a regular Flintknapping video. Then they go, hey, can you show the process of breaking it down into a biface from a nasty cruddy thing? And then when time comes... No, I'm not going to watch that. I'm going to watch the pizza girl. Okay. Yep. That's the way it goes. Let's see. Bill says, good stuff. You can see where they napped and tested for quality. Very pretty stuff. You talking about this or something you found out in the field? Sometimes we find artifacts when we go looking for this kind of rock out on the ranches. Sometimes we do find artifacts, but they're not like finished points or anything, but you can tell they were worked. Sometimes we'll find the beginnings of a biface that broke. Stuff like that. They just leave the broken bifaces there. They don't go, hey, there's 2 pieces now. I can use those 2 pieces for something else. Yeah. Back 1,000 years ago, they were using pieces this size, so why not? Or they probably will start using these if I make it a thing. So let's start using smaller pieces. Yeah. No, they didn't operate that way. They're looking for specific sizes of stones, and if it didn't meet the size requirements, that was it. Just leave it. Even if it was good stuff. There's a lot of good beginnings of bifaces as artifacts. Okay, so that's good enough. I took off all the nasties. That's good enough to be finished out for something for the auction. Yeah, so I'm going to save this in my bifaces. There you go. We got 2 from last night. We got a bunch of other bifaces in here for laters. Some other good stuff. So we put in the good stuff. And let's see. I might be able to... No, this doesn't... Yeah, these are just debitage flakes. They're too curvy or too thin or too weird or whatever. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, let's see. What are we going to do? Look for a spot to get a big flake. Yeah, like that. And switch to a smaller box. Why? I don't know. I can't be napping with that one the whole night when my wrist starts complaining and says, what you trying to do? You don't need no 14 ouncer. You can go down to it like a 6 ouncer or 8 ouncer. Yeah. Oops. That one almost got me. Take off the delicate area. Take off the little protruding area. Let me give us a flake that way. Maybe. Yes. A couple attempts to thin it down a little bit. Get some of this cortex off maybe so that we don't have any issues. Potential issues. Can you see with the lighting? I haven't checked the chat. I'm trying to check the chat at the same time I'm doing this. But this, I think, helps see the flake scars a little bit better. I don't know. I'm knocking this down into a reasonable size so I can put it in the box to sell. But it's not going to be a full biface or a proper biface, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be thinned down to the point where I can see that it's not going to have any issues. You know, when turtlebacks, if there's a big turtleback, I'll remove it. Yeah. This one is these are all high grade raw pieces so far. So far so good. Come on. The smaller bopper isn't doing it. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's just tougher down here. Could be. Yes. No major turtlebacks. I better get rid of the turtlebacks because for some people this is the hardest stage of all of Flintknapping. If they're presented with any kind of bulk anywhere, they panic. They go, no, I can't get rid of that thick spot. Dude, bro, I can't get rid of thick spots. They're impossible. I don't know how you do it. This must be some kind of weird mojo. Well, definitely it is weird mojo. I don't know how I do it either. Yes, is that good enough? Yeah. Good enough. All right, what else we got? We got a lot. We haven't even begun yet. We got a whole half a bucket full of stuff. Okay, big bopper. Yeah, well, it scooped it weirdly. Yeah, dang it. But that's what you get with high grade material sometimes. It scoops it weirdly. Debitage. Debitage. Ooh, almost too much. Yikes. Looks like it's kind of wonky. Oh well. Ooh, that one flew right past my left eye, or my right eye. Yeah, I'm going to nap these until I see there's no major issues. There was something weird in there anyway. Yeah. Let's see. Better to break it in half. You dodged the bullet on that one, believe me. It would have snapped on you when you were at the last finishing stages because of no reason. Other than there was something weird in there. There may be some weird, maybe not. That wasn't too bad. I will throw a few little flakes that are thick into the good stuff just to fill up voids. Once you mess around with the small flakes, get used to it. I don't know, this particular stone is going to do a lot of this when it starts getting thin. It's still high grade stuff, but some of it can be very fingernaily with these fingernail step fractures. Yes. Yeah, no major issues. I don't see. Yeah, no major issues. Okay, so yeah, I keep looking at this flake. Yeah, it's got a nasty spot. All right, so what else? We got buckets, but I'm gonna check the chat since I spalled all those down. I got a good amount there. Let's see. All right, let's see. Oh, I missed a lot. Marty's here. Let's see. Yep, Marty YB. Hello, hello. I can get a lot of palm sap. Anyone know if I can utilize it for napping? Palm sap? Isn't that rather liquidy? If it's jelly-like and it dries hard, you can use it for hafting. Logical-ish. I'll catch myself standing outside the garage over the trash can napping for an hour or two every now and then, just because I picked up a stone and check it out. Yep, many such cases. Yeah, get distracted. See, Logical-ish understands the ADHD dilemma. Yeah, he says I'll be walking to my car to go to the store or something, pick up a stone I laid down the other day, and an hour later I realize I haven't made it to the car. Yeah, see, we understand the dilemma. Bill asks, what do you make the glue out of, Mike? He says he's got ponderosa pine resin, Scots pine resin, gonna make jute twine char, gonna add some cattail fluff, and I got some beef tallow. Not sure if I will need wax yet. Yeah, I just keep it simple and use asphaltum and gum base. That's what I do. But you guys can do whatever you want. Let's see, hoping you to have my pitch glue finished this weekend. I see. Let's see, Mike says I got some thick glass. Okay. Stoneface, Patrick, looked like you were bifacing there. Yeah, I will biface if I need to get rid of areas that look dicey. That red thing from the air sign, or is that red from the air? Yeah, this on-air sign produces a red tint in the background. When you look through this stuff, it makes it look more red with that red sign in the back. But I gotta have my on-air sign. It'll be gone when I do natural tools tomorrow and Sunday. Let's see. Yeah, napping is so addictive. Yes, yes. Let me see. It's a general variety of raw flint. Yeah, I call it. It is Texas chert. He calls it ranch rock. Yeah, because some of it's actually flint. Because some of it's real chalky on the outside, and if it's in chalk, it's flint. So some of it's chert, some of it's flint, but it looks the same. You can't really judge a rock by its cover. Let's see. UNC scale from 1 to 10. How freaky are you? What is this? Someone speaking in code. I don't know. Why do you want to know what type of stone it is? I want someone to tell me exactly why they want to know what type of stone it is. Please tell me why. Because you typed it all in capitals, that means that you are desperate to know. I want to know why you're desperate to know what type of material it is. I really do want to know. I'm not being a brat, although yeah, you could kind of say that. But I want to know why you want to know what kind of material it is. You may never get access to this kind of material because it's on private property. You know, you can get access to it from the auction because I'm going to sell some of it, or I'm going to sell most of it. I'll keep some of it for myself. I'll keep some debitage to give away. I might keep a flake or two for a project. Tell me, why do you want to know what it's called? Why? Ed Gould says, I want to know where you found it. Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you where I found it because you're not going to be able to get there anyway. They want the name so they can shop Amazon for it. I guess so. Yeah. Please tell me, why do you want to know why do you want to know what it is called? Why do you want to know the type of chert? I want to know why you want to know. I've heard a lot of explanations, but it's mainly due to conversation. You just want to be able to say what it is in conversation, because the first thing that comes up is, hey, what's that? What kind of stone is that? The first thing that comes up, so you don't want to sit there and go, I don't know. Is that why you want to know what it is? Because I'll say I don't know. All I know is it naps. I could care less what it's called. In fact, I hate remembering what it's called. Yes, I do. That's one thing about Flintknapping that I hate. I hate trying to figure out what it is and try to memorize what it's called. Yeah. Okay. All right. But I want to know why you're so desperately wanting to know what it's called. Oh, this is interesting. I might save this for something else. This is not the same ranch rock as before, where it's an odd piece. Man, we'll put it in there. I like this kind of stuff because it's got interesting patternation when you get it thin. Sometimes. Let's see what else we can get from this. And this is high grade raw too. Yeah. Yeah, we'll put these flakes in with the other ones. Although it's not the same kind of ranch rock. Yikes. It is snapping halfish, gotta warn you. On this particular piece. It naps easy though. Relatively speaking. Dang.
I don't like it when you say you're gonna keep it, because you need to sell the good stuff, bro. Don't hold out on us.
Yeah, I won't hold out on you. I put it in there. I put them in there. Okay, I put them in there. This is good high grade stuff. Except it is snapping halfish. Okay, so it's not for newbies. Newbies, getting rock for newbies is the hardest thing in the world, because it can't be too snapping halfish. It can't be too tough. It's gotta be consistent, so they know if it's them or the rock that's acting up or not doing it. And they always ask you, what's the best type of rock to start with? And the answer to that question is nobody knows, because it's too difficult to name something. Because as soon as you say name something, They go out and try to find it, and they end up finding the worst batch of that stuff that's ever been around in the entire universe. And they go,
it didn't work. It didn't do it. I'm so disappointed. You guys don't know what you're talking about. I picked it up, it looked the same as you got. I did everything, and it still didn't work. And then, here, try this piece.
And sure enough, it looks exactly like we told him to get it. It looks exactly like the stuff that we told him to get. And I've done that before. I've sat there and I've napped the piece that he brought, and I go, dang, this does not nap right, but it looks exactly the same. And you're right. We shouldn't have told you to look for this because it can be variable, obviously.
Yeah, but what's it called?
They still want to know what it's called.
And if you say there's good stuff, I want to know where the good stuff is.
Well, maybe we were lucky and we got the only good stuff in the universe. How about that? It works both ways. Some guys get the worst stuff in the universe, and some guys get the best stuff in the universe. And it looks the same. Okay? All right. Something triggered me there, huh? Let's see. Let's see. Logical-ish says, people around here guard their rock hunting spots hardcore, and others do some shady stuff to try to follow people to their spots. Oh yeah. They'll invest in some high-grade binoculars and they'll keep an eye on you. So, is there an answer to why do you want to know what it's called? Why do you desperately want to know what it's called? Explore Florida says, I used to ask to look it up and see. Oh, I can't read the stupid chat.
Answer to why do you want to know what it's called? Why do you desperately want to know?
I need to look at the chat on this phone because as soon as someone replies, on this phone here that I'm filming with, as soon as someone replies, I lose the ability to see what's I'm reading. Let me try to go back and see the question. All right. Okay, Explore Florida says, I used to ask to look it up and see where it is so I can get a huge amounts for free from the wild. Yeah. Yeah. That's the theory, right? But it's always on private property. I mean, you can find out where it is, I guess. But you can't go there. Ed Gould says, it naps well, it's got color. It could be something, our price range, and if we knew what it's called, we could ask around. I got a better idea. Why don't you just go to a nap-in or ask around what people have available right now that's good to nap? That's a better idea. Because you got it right now. If you start asking around, you go, oh yeah, that some people can get it that are lucky, you know. We can't get that stuff. Okay, next question. All right, you start asking around, people are going to give you all kinds of stuff as answers. I've done that. I've been there and done that. I wasted hours, days, probably weeks asking around for a particular type of stone that I never was able to get. Stones, I should say. But if I just ask what's available today, I can get it today. I don't waste hours, weeks, and all that. See, that's one of the reasons why I don't understand. Let's see. Barnett says, I tried to make an indirect percussion stick tonight with some number 6 copper wire, but it seems too flexible now. So now I am thinking maybe I will just go with solid copper rod instead. Oh, yes. Definitely go with solid copper rod instead of grounding wire. Ed Gould says, so you know what to ask for at the rock shops? The rock shops don't know what you're talking about. let's just say this is called Comanche Chert from, let's see, Southwest Texas. Let's just invent the name. You go into a rock shop. Hey, you got any Comanche Chert from Southwest Texas in here? And they'll look at you like you're speaking Russian. They'll give you that look like, you mean obsidian? I got obsidian. Grounding rod from the hardware store works good, says Western Ninja. Grounding rod or grounding wire? Grounding rod is a steel rod with copper coating. I mean, it works, but I don't know about good. I don't know if you want that. Barnett says, my hardware stores all have copper-plated steel grounding rod. Is that the right thing? No, it's not the right thing. And I'm glad you know that it's a copper-plated steel. Grounding rod is not something to use for knapping. Unless you want to use steel, then it's fine. You can also use weldable steel rods for knapping. But if you're looking for copper rods, you will not find it at a hardware store. You've got to get it off eBay or Granger or some other outfit that sells copper rods. Specifically, type in copper rod. Okay? All right. Let's see. Bill says, Knappable rock in East Pennsylvania by my friends MH. Also says AI. What do you guys think? I don't understand that one. Let's see here. Logical Ish says, Bill, why do you think it's comedy people would follow you to a good spot? It's only comedy in a conversation. Let's see. Ed Gould says, you're in a rare mood this evening, Pat. Yeah, I do want to know why people want to know what it's called. Because I need to know once and for all if I should answer that question or not. If I see an extremely important reason why they want to know what it's called, then maybe I'll start trying to remember that stuff. I've never seen an important reason. And people get so hung up on it. Let's see. Is Onondaga chert any good? It varies. Some of the Onondaga is very knappable, yes. But you need to test it out. You need to get hundreds of pounds of it before you can find good stuff. You know, you'll need to experiment with it. So yeah, Onondaga chert, if you buy it from a reputable rock seller, or if you test it out yourself, you can find some good pieces. Relatively good. If you're brand new, it might not be the best stuff to learn on. But it's possible. You can learn on it, of course. I have Onondaga chert, and I have napped it, but it does not compare to true flint. If you can get true flint, or if you can get heat treats, or if you can get high-grade obsidian. What kind of point did I end up making last night, Patrick? What type of point did I end up making? Oh yeah, I ended up making the pedernales. I sharpened it after I ended the live stream, so I stayed up late sharpening this. But I got a pedernales out of it. Can't see, right? Because of the debitage. Let's see. Where's my little towel that I use for a backdrop? Yeah, everything's the same down here. I just sharpened the edges. Okay, everything's the same from last night down here on the base and the barbs and stuff. I did sharpen and make them more pointy, I guess, because I took back the edge a little bit. I lost about a 1/16 of an inch on the edge. Not too much off the tip, I don't think. But yeah, that's what I ended up with. I like it. I like it. It's chicken poop, and I can't remember if Terry said it was heat treat or not. It might not be heat treat. I was thinking it's heat treat the whole time. It might not be. It might be a high grade raw like this stuff I'm napping today. Jim says beauty. Explore Florida says, I could imagine they were asking because they are becoming interested in napping and want to find online what you are napping in particular. Yeah, see, that's the thing. They're going to make a mistake. If I tell them what it is and they go online and try to find it, they'll make a mistake because they see that I'm napping high grade raw, right? And they're going to be expecting high grade raw if someone says they have it. Let's say they spend a lot of money on it, which is very common, $150 for a box. They're very excited. It's the same stuff. Let's say that by coincidence, the guy knows a neighbor at the ranch where I collected this, and they got some stuff that looks like this, and they offered it online, and they knew what it's called and all that. He gets his box in the mail, and he tries it out, and lo and behold, it's not like what I've been napping. Surprise, surprise. The question is, did I do him a favor or not by telling him what it's called? Now, sometimes it works out. But how many times does it not work out? It doesn't work out plenty of times. Especially if the seller does not know what he's doing. Or if he gets pieces that are wonky like this instead of pieces that are substantial you can do something with. Okay? He might get the same stuff but different sized pieces that are wonky and not very useful compared to something like this that I'm going to offer. Did I do him a favor by telling him what it's called? Because he, if he ends up finding it. That's why I don't worry about that stuff. I tell people, just ask what's available right now that's good. Who's got something that's good right now? And buy from a reputable dealer. And if you want something for aesthetic reasons, you just go online and look for what's available right now that looks aesthetic, nice to you, that's for sale right now. That's the way to do it. I've known people that have been waiting years to get a particular type of stone, and they won't spend money on something else because they're waiting for this other type of stone, and they miss out, and sometimes they never get a chance to work the kind of stone they want, or what they think they want. This one looks okay. I don't know. I don't know if I should continue bifacing this particular piece. Yikes. What happened there? Oh, that came out. Yeah, if these flakes are going to be sticky and crunchy, I don't know if I want to offer this one. Mr. Jim says, I destroyed one of Mike T's boppers on some chicken poop from Brady's. Someone left it on... Okay, let me check. I should not read the chat from my phone that I'm filming with. Let's see. Logicalish says, you should make a chart, an extensive chart on reputable dealers with unique link codes, put it on your profile page, and get free rock from sales using your links. All I got to do is recommend Danny Collins and Kurt's Shirts. Easy, 2 guys. I can remember 2 guys. There's other guys also. But once you get into it, Those are two reputable dealers, okay? Once you get used to a reputable dealer, you'll be able to recognize who else is reputable. And I recommend going to Knappings and buying what you can see. There's other reputable guys, yeah, that sell stuff online. But I just mentioned two because it's easy to remember for you guys. Danny Collins, Lithics and Leather here on YouTube, but he's also got a website, Flintknappingtraditions.com, and then Kurt's Shirts on Facebook. Now, if you don't want to go on Facebook, guess who you're going to contact? Danny Collins. Easy peasy. All right. That's my extensive list. Yeah. I destroyed one of Mike T's boppers on some chicken poop from Brady. Someone left it on my tarp. Pretty sure it was a joke on the new guy. Could be. Mike says, someone may hunt for the perfect Flint Ridge rock for hundreds of thousands of dollars because it's that stuff. I don't know, maybe. So Explore Florida says, so you don't want to be misleading. Gotcha. This is a good reason you don't like to give that info out. Well, yeah, I can make mistakes too. Let's say I give you the wrong name. Not because it's my fault, but because someone told me it was called Comanche Rock, and it's not. It's something else. So this guy's out there looking for Comanche Rock like a fool because I told him the wrong name. Has it happened before? Kind of, sort of. But they caught the mistake. Right? I remember when I was first starting to go to Knappings, I went to a Knapping in Tennessee, that Twin Oaks Bowhunters Knapping, and I was getting the names mixed up. And I told some guy I was napping something and it wasn't right. And he was talking to some other guy. He says, I want to get some of that. Do you have some? He says, yeah, I got some of that. But it's not called that. It isn't? No, it's called something else. Oh, okay. You got some of that? Yeah, I got some of that to try it. And when you meet people like that, though, I gotta put a little caveat in there. Don't buy something sight unseen. If someone says, yeah, I got some of that, I'll get it for you. Just give me $20. And he'll get the stone for you and all that. But you never know the quality until you actually look at it and test it. So if you're going to buy stone, I recommend that you actually see it before you buy it. Bill says, what about Shriver Chert? Is that any good? I'm asking because these are out at a friend's house. You need to nap it and see if it's good. Say to your friend, go send me some of that Shriver Chert so I can test it to see if it's good. And see if your variety of Shriver Chert's good. And see if your variety of Shriver Chert can be heat treated or not heat treated. It's because everybody has their own variety. Believe it or not. Some of it might be mixed also good and bad together. So ask your friend to send you some so you can test it. I don't know, and even if I did know if Shriver Chert was good, I don't really want to get your hopes up or, discourage you, because I might think that the Shriver Chert that I tried was terrible. But it turns out that maybe you can get some good stuff. You see what I mean? I don't want to be wrong. It's very easy to be wrong when you're talking about what it's called and how it naps. Western Ninja, hey Patrick, do you know of any natural material that is glossy or waxy white? Yeah, porcelainite. I'm trying to think. Stuff that's not heat treat. Porcelainite sometimes comes in a white color. But so far, I think the only person that was able to give me glossy, waxy white stone was, he's not in the chat anymore. Who was it? I keep getting him mixed up with Mr. Jim. Golly, I can't remember his name. But anyway, I think it's from Arkansas. See, I don't remember exactly. It's this stuff here. Maybe I wrote his name down. Yeah, Jim Maine. This stuff. I'm saving this just because it's the only stuff. It's kind of glossy. It's like satiny. It is kind of waxy. Jim Maine knows where to get this stuff. And I think it's from Arkansas or somewhere like that. Maybe Kansas. I don't remember. But yeah. Or you can just get milk glass. Milk glass. That's nice and glossy white. There you go. Milk glass. But that's the only glossy white that I know of. I think it's porcelainite, but I could be wrong. Logicalish says, the fact that you care enough about the hobby not to mislead people is awesome. Not to gatekeep, but almost to make sure people don't have a bad experience. Yeah, because I've suffered in the beginning looking for stuff that was called something and it wasn't correct. Or I ended up getting the worst batch possible. You know what I mean? So I just stopped looking for names and just start testing everything. Hey, Ross Wellman's been lurking in the shadows. Also, when I answer a question, I want to be able to help instead of mess things up. Alan Cole says, did someone request Snappin' Halfish Flakery Crackly Rock? Yes, they did. No, they didn't. Just buy from Collins. Yeah, that says Ed Gould. Yep. See, I can remember people's names easier than I can remember names from rocks. Because there's not that many. There's a bunch of names. For, you know, that's another thing too. Sometimes a particular kind of chert is called by many different names. And that gets weird fast. Yeah. Anyways. And there's different varieties of some of this stuff too that are called different names. Let's see, is this going to be any good? Well, I guess if I can thin this down, it'll be good. All right, we got a turtleback extraordinaire on this one. Let's see. Yeah, I got a lot of viewers when I was answering questions from the chat. That's unusual. Oh, they took off though. Oh no, they came back. Anyways, let's see if I can get this turtleback off of there. Yes? Yeah. Let's see if I can hit it super duper hard. That was way above center line for you boys and girls that pay attention to center lines. How do you make sure that it works? Well, you got to hit it super hard, and that way it scoops it. That's one use for a scoop. But don't turn, if it terminates in a wrong way, you're out of luck. Yeah. So it's dicey. But yeah, I just scoop it. If I'm above center line, I'll hit with a little bit more force than I should. And many times it'll scoop it. I'm just playing the odds. That one kind of worked. It didn't go over the top very well though. And that one didn't do anything. If all else fails, you can just take a flake off the tip and reduce the length. And watch people go, no, not that. You lost a 1/16 of an inch. Tragedy. Yeah. Still got a turtleback. Yeah, it's probably not good for beginners, this piece. One more time. I felt like it did something. Stop messing with the bopper. I know better than to mess with the bopper. Yeah. I know better than that. Boppers don't take care of turtlebacks in the correct way. Yeah, this is not for beginners. That's debitage. All right, what else we got? We got lots in the bin. Bin bucket. Oh. What time is it? Hour and 33 minutes? Sure, we can do a bunch of these. Yep. Okay, let's get this one that looks extra specially nasty. Yep, I knew it. This goes immediately in the cannot be used even with heat. Well, I don't know. There might be some areas on second thought. There may be some hope. There may be some hope for this. No, it's dicey. One flake? No, it's got too much cortex. This one, that's debitage. It might be able to be used. This one, I think, I don't know if it needs heat or not. It's got that waxy look to it. It might be okay. It's got a crack in it though. It's got a crack in it right there. So it'll probably break when you start getting it thin. Dodge a bullet on that one. Yeah, this is not good. I mean, it's good for experts. They can get little arrowheads out of it. But a new guy, no. It's not good for new guys. It's got some spots that might be usable. And maybe some of it might improve with heat. But no. This, I can probably heat that. This one, I don't know. Yeah, that one was not good. A lot of times these big ones are weather cracked anyway. Freeze cracked. Let's see. Yeah, this might be able to be improved with heat, but there's so many cracks that it's not worth it. All right, let's see. What else is the next biggest one? Oh, now that's better. Yeah. That's got a crack right there. Dang it. That's not good. Let's see. Oh, yes. Now we're cooking with gas. It's a little bit wonky, but I might be able to straighten that out. Yeah, with lots of persuasion. And by persuasion, I mean force. Yeah. Now I'll just get the cortex off of there. Make sure these cracks don't go too deep. The best I can. I can't make sure 100%. It's not a bad flake. This is concretey right there. You don't want that. A little bit is okay, but not. You don't want a whole bunch. You're gonna lose it anyway when you reduce it, but you can nap. You can kind of nap off of that edge, even though it's got concrete. There's a little crack right in there. That is gone. Let's see. So I got to take a big flake here. No, that didn't work. It's already crunchy there. No. Come on. Where else? Where else can I hit? Come on. I know it did something. There it is. Yikes. A little bit crunchy. This is borderline. This is not quite high grade. It's close though. If I can skim off all that nastiness, I think you'll be alright. Yikes. Yicky. Even with big old flakes, it didn't travel. Come on. Did it do it? I think it did it. I had to hit it twice though. See, the first time it made this flake and it was stuck, so I hit it again and it made a second flake. It is kind of wonky though. I think I might still put it in there. But there's a crack here. I've still got to get some of these cracks out. It looks like I'm bifacing it, but what I'm doing is I'm trying to preserve the good parts. And of course it needs to look like kind of like a biface in order for you to nap it. Without too much difficulty. It's going to give you some issues. The concrete patch is similar to this one up here. Yeah, this is mid-grade. It grades from really nice to really bad. So the average is mid-grade. I think I'll still put it in there though. Yeah, put it in the good stuff. You just need to hit and hope on this concrete area. Let's see. One more strike. Let's see if I can get it out. Or let me skin more of that off. Yeah. This side's a good side. I'm going to skin more of this off here. Alright, let's see. I'm going to put extra pressure on here to see if I can make those flakes travel longer. There we go. Still got some concrete-y stuff. Yeah, it's mid-grade. Even if I skin off the dicey areas, it still feels a little bit tough. A little bit grainy. But I'll put it in the bucket anyway. Yikes. Step fracture. Ooh, almost got it. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. So let's see, what's next? This is the other piece, the other half of it. Crud flakes. See what we can get out of this one. Debitage. No. Ooh, that does have more concrete. The concrete never ends on this one. That could be improved with heat. That had that bunch of concrete. This one, we might be home free. Could be, possibly. That one hit my light. Is that a good flake? That's good. It's a little bit tough, but it's okay. These flakes are sticky. All right, let's see if we can get this turtle back off of there. Got a solid turtleback situation going on. And this is mid-grade shirt, it's not high-grade stuff. So that means the flake's going to be a little bit more difficult. There we go. Lots of force required. Yes. So we're going to I'm gonna put it in the box, but I will specify that this is mid-grade. Dang it. This is mid-grade. This stuff that's not the darker color. Like earlier, the earlier stuff is this color. Much better than this. But I'm still gonna stick it in the box. Alright. Stick it in the bin, box, bucket. How about this? Oh, look at that. Very interesting. Oh, but it's delicate. What is it? I don't even know what this is. It's some kind of... It looks like some kind of flint, because look how chalky that is. But it's crackly flint. Now crackly flint is not good for beginners. Even though it might knap really nicely. As far as thin flakes. But if it's crackly, it's gonna cause some misery. Let's see.
Yeah, but let me worry about that, dude. Just put it in the box.
God, I heard something. I think I can get a little biface out of that. Yeah. One of these days I'm going to hit that sign back there. Yeah, these little flakes are cool. But it's not, I don't know, it's weird. Shouldn't be messing with the bopper. But I don't see any other way to deal with this. It doesn't want to dig in. It's tougher than it looks. It looks like it's really like delicate, but man, it's not delicate. It looks delicate, but it's not. It feels nice and high grade, but man, I gotta hit it extremely hard. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's some kind of flint. I can probably shoot a spark really nicely. Let's see. Yeah. You can spark on this all day long. Oh yes. Ooh, that burned. That burned me. So yeah, hot sparks off of this stuff. Look, well, I really can't see. Put a spot. Never mind. Anyways, yeah, it's really tough. I'm surprised. I don't know. This is a challenge. I'll put this in the challenge rocks. I like the way it looks, but man, I don't want to offer that. All right. It's going to get really small if I do it on video. I'm going to take special care with that piece if I want to get anything out of it. Let's see what else. This is more like it, yes. And sometimes this stuff comes from the same area. I think that black flint was probably from the same area where we collected these nodules. But these are much better, as long as they're not cracked. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this one's got weathering damage. Let's see, let me I'll keep these in a special location for later. Maybe I'll get to those later. If not, it'll just go in a box for giveaways. That needs heat. What else we got? How about this? Okay, yeah. I thought it was going to be one piece. Yeah, this is snapping half-ish, it looks like. Okay. Well, we got one good piece. Yeah, debitage. What is this? That looks cool. That looks not too bad. Yeah, we'll put that in the box. These are thick. They're very challenging when they're that thick. Yeah, that's a good flake. Let's see if we can get some good flakes, maybe. Maybe. If they don't break in half. Yeah. All right. Let's see what else. Well, that was already a good flake taken off of there. It doesn't leave us with much choice. Yikes. Yeah, that's not good. This was from a previous Oh, I know what this is. It needs heat. This is the needs heat batch. Yeah. So I'll heat that. What about this? What is this? No? Let's see. Oh, that looks okay. Please give us a good flake. Yes, yes. Yeah, I think we got one. Kind of, sort of. It's got some red in it. That one does. This one does have some red in it. Let's see. Oh yeah, and it's high grade as long as it's not cracked. Let's see what there is. I don't know. Where it goes, nobody knows. Yeah. Okay. I think we got the cracks out. I don't know. This is still good. Ouch. That didn't do it. I can make a little biface out of this. It's not as delicate as I thought. Yeah, I'm having to hit pretty hard. Come on. It looks glossy, but it doesn't nap like a glossy flint. See how glossy that is? But it doesn't nap like it's glossy. It naps like it doesn't want to cooperate. I just bent my rod too on this. Okay, okay. Yes. Yes, okay. Yeah, I'm having to hit this really, really hard, but I'll put that in there with them. Okay, so let's see what else we can get from this. This is the same nodule. Sometimes it removes a flake super easy. Yes, no. Getting somewhere? See, I don't know if it's just a learning curve, but some of this naps really easy and some of it doesn't. It may be that there's different hardnesses in this one piece. But some of these flakes come off super easy, like that one. And some of them I got to take enormous amount of force to get anything. But so far this one looks okay. Like right there. I'm hitting that super hard right here on this side. And then I go to this other side and it naps super easy. Ouch. There we go. Some of these cherts and flints have little specks. Some just look cloudy. I think this does have some red or brown in it, see that? But it's finicky. Sometimes it naps super easy, sometimes I gotta put it, like I said, an enormous amount of force into it. Alright, put that in the box. That's not good. I should just heat that whole thing. This came off earlier. Oh, this needs heat. Is this the need heat? Yeah. This is the need heat. What else we got? I still got no time left. What is this? This was at the bottom. I should have started with this. Is it good? Is it tasty? Is it tasty? Precious? Is it good? I don't know. I can just imagine Gollum napping rocks at the bottom of the pit. Right? Is this tasty? Hobbitses won't be able to get to this. I'm not going to let them get it. It's got a crack. Come on. Yeah. See, that side looks good, but this other side, dang. Well, this is okay. It's kind of okay. All right. Yeah, tough. Yes? No? Come on, we got to be cooking with gas soon here. Oops. This one is also a fire sparker, I bet you. I bet you. Yes. This one is very good for fire starters as well. It's super tough. It looks like it's not, but it is. Well, I'm assuming that looks like it's not. This feels more like an agate than a chert or a flint. This big piece, this big piece feels like agate rather than chert or flint. That's amazing. All right, let's see. I'm getting winded with this stuff. Look at that little inclusion right there. It's gonna ruin my day. I probably should apply heat to this. Put it in the heat bin. Let's see, one more flake. Yeah, this is too tough. Yeah, man. It feels like agate, like a hard agate. It needs heat. But it probably has excellent translucency. Yikes. Yeah, this is exhausting, so that needs heat. So that means this whole nodule needs heat. Yikes. Okay. I see how it's going to go. See that? It's going to have a natural crack in it right there. Look at that. That's a shame. It's got too many natural cracks in it. But I might be able to get a biface out of this piece. Just these little crud flakes. There's a lot of little crud flakes. Yeah. That might be a good flake, but it needs heat. It's got a crack here. We'll just put it in the heat treat. Yep. Probably makes good blades. That was nice. I'm tempted just to put this flake in the box, because this right near the cortex might actually work without heat. It is still tough though. No, it's got some issues with the cortex. Yeah, put it in the heat. See, it's got these little issues. Okay. Come on. Yeah, like that. I'm putting all these in the heat. We'll see if we can get a biface out of this. Yeah. Heat. It's a nice color, man. Let's see. Yeah, the flakes probably will travel a lot better with heat for sure. Yeah. Come on. I think what I'll do on this piece is I'll make something for the auction with it and work it raw. It should not go in the box with the other pieces, because man, this is, yeah, this requires excessive amount of force. Yeah. This is very good for flint and steel stuff. Reminds me of a project that I have been waiting for a while. But there's no good flint and steel pieces. I mean, no flintlock pieces in this. There are pieces in the debitage for flint and steel kits, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to save this and nap it off camera. I might end up, well, there's a good chance this will end up being broken because I got to use so much force. Look at that. But I might be able to make like a knife blade out of it. Leave it a little bit thick. Yes or no? I still don't know. Well, yeah, I'm going to save it. It's really too tough to offer with the high grade stuff. Okay. Yeah, I'm serious. That doesn't nap anything like this other stuff. I mean, even this was better as far as flakes being able to be removed. This is much better. This stuff here is much better in terms of flakeability. Now, dang, what is this? This feels totally different also. It's grainy, but it naps well. Imagine that. Yeah, it's grainy, but it naps well, so I'm going to throw that in the box. Come on. Come on. There's a bit of concrete there, it looks like. Come on. Yeah, some areas are glossy, some are dull. It seems to nap well either way. Come on, I heard something. Maybe it would improve with heat. Become more consistent with heat. Yeah. Some of that last piece was napping well, some of it wasn't. This is good. This is good as long as we don't have any of this going on. Yeah, it's got crazing on this side. It's got some kind of damage, probably heat damage on this side from wildfires or whatever. See that? I think that's heat damage. So I don't know what to do with this. You might have heat damage all along the cortex. It's a shame because this is nice stuff. Yeah, this is, it's been ruined except for this one area. Let's see. Let's see if we can skin more of that off. This side might be good. Yeah, this stuff on the inside is not bad. Right here. Yeah, this is actually good. As long as we get rid of that damaged area, I think we're in business. It's got damage in this area here, but the other part looks pretty good. Yeah. The true overlord saw you streaming, so just popped in to say hello. Hope all is well. Yeah, it is. It's going okay. I'm trying to get rid of all this ranch rock. Try to get it knapped down to useful pieces. I don't have that much more to go, so I'm way over my time, right? 2 hours, 23 minutes. But some of this stuff is good. Some of it's, yeah. Some of it needs heat. Some of it is totally ruined. This, if I can get this. See, this is the best stuff here. We could just slab it. But look, it's damage on that side. But, you know, if it was all consistent like that, it would be sweet. I mean, you could probably whittle it down and make an arrowhead. That's a nice little piece, but it's debitage, yeah. Anyways, getting back to this might make a nice biface. If I do it right. Yeah. Come on. It's got some serious turtleback issues, but I think we can fix it. All right, let's see. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. I mean, it does nap. Why didn't it do it? Yeah, it flakes so easily. The abrader is removing flakes. Okay. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. That goes in the box. Yes? Yes. Yikes. A little bit too much. Come on. There we go. Yeah, a little bit too much force. So I got a little bit of a curve going on. Okay. Yeah, this is high grade stuff. Oh yes. And I don't see any issues. I see I made a mistake with a scoop out there, but I'm going to try to get that out. There's still a little bit of a curve, but let me try to get that scoop out fixed first. Oh, let's see. I need to thin the ends down before I hit that middle part. Yes, yes. Okay. It's still going to be slightly curved, but I need to get that out of there. Yes. Almost there. See, it's slightly curved. I don't want to offer it like that. No. Come on. I don't know. I don't know what that is in there. Just a little bit of a wonky area. The contours aren't very good. Could be some weirdness in the material as well. They're so sticky. Yeah, I need to straighten that out. Yeah, the problem was I scooped it out too much earlier. Trying to knock off big flakes, I did a little bit too much. I knocked off a little bit too much. So now I gotta fix it. But it's not fixing. So the contours are, it's not convex enough. It's getting there little bit by little bit. Don't want to make it more curved. It probably will be. Let's see. I'm going to call it a night here soon. Yeah. Let me see if I can get that out. That'll be good. I'll finish it up. I'll finish the rest of this later. Still has that issue. All righty. Okay. it naps well, but these flakes seem to be a little bit snappish. I'm trying to take the curve out now and get the fat spots out, which means it's going to end up being kind of thin. One of the reasons why I'm getting the step fractures is because the lack of convexity as it's getting thinner. It's a shame though, because this is high grade stuff. Should be able to get it reduced fairly easily, but there's something, yeah, it doesn't like flat surfaces. That's the thing. Yeah, I can't blame it for that. It's pretty typical. Do it. That went further than I expected. Almost got it. How about if I put it in the box, just like it is? No, still need to get that little bit out. Yeah, the little bit is a real pain. It will be a big teaser. There's only one way to attack it, because I've tried every other way. I've tried from this to this and this. The only way now is to try to get it from the other side, but that's very dicey. Okay. See that? Now I got a double trouble. See that? It does not like the flat. No. No matter how much I force it. If you get this item, you'll have to make it more narrow. Yeah. It's not going to travel on a flat surface. It tried to do it. See, it wants to dive in, right? But then it tried to extend itself and didn't quite make it. I pushed it really hard. It didn't do it. Yeah. The only way to get that out is make it more narrow. Or pick it out. I could have tried that earlier, huh? So I didn't have to do this other flake, but oh well. I'll just put it in the box like that. Okay. So, yeah, this other stuff is going to be smaller, so, and this has got full of concrete. No, it's full of chalk inside. Yeah, that's not going to be useful. Yeah, that's full of chalk. That one might be good. Maybe. It's got this stuff. This looks like the stuff I was going to put in there into the heat treatment. I'm going to save this. Where's the big buffer? Yikes. Yeah, heat treat, heat treat. Tough, tough, tough. Tough yet shattery. Yeah. That's the worst combination. Tough and shattery. This one is a very translucent chert. That definitely needs heat. What about this? Is this tabular? Ooh, yeah, it's tabular. I can put it in the box just like this. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is a flake that I took off earlier. This is from Drew's Concrete. I don't know if he's here tonight. A lot of this stuff is from Drew, from Ballinger, Texas. That's where he found this stuff. Or nearby. Not sure exactly. Almost got that little hole out. This is good stuff as long as it's clear. That little hole will mess you up. It looks like it might go all the way through. And not in a good way. It's not a good thing. Because it'll stop the flakes. It looks like a minor inconvenience, right? But if it stops the flakes, it's going to be a nightmare. If I can get under it, the rest of this is pretty good. Yeah. But it might go all the way through, like I said. But if I can just skin it off so it doesn't interfere with the flakes, skin it off sufficiently so there's just a minor glitch. Yeah, I guess that's okay now. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. I am now tired, yes. Yeah, that was not worth it. I think that's it. Yep, nothing left. The bucket is empty. Nothing left. Okay. No, that's no good. Yeah, this is very tough. And it's crackly and tough. That's the worst. I said that's the worst combination, right? Because it is. Can't get nothing else out of this stuff. Right? Or maybe I can. Maybe I can get one more. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I'm making it all crunchy. I got high hopes for this piece, but I think I'm making it all crunchy. It's just excellent material. I'd hate to just throw it out because it's clunky. If I can make it unclunky, it'd be better. Come on. It might not want to do it. It has some cracks too. Yes. Man. I can see a crack here. It's got some concrete right there, so I think this is too clunky to mess with. Yep. Put it in a heat treat. Well, some of it doesn't need to be heated. It's got that nasty patch right there, so it's not worth thinning down. That nasty patch will come back to bite you if you try to thin it. Oh yes. It's hard enough as it is because it wants to be crunchy. Oh, it wants to be crunchy really bad. Yeah, it's got that little tough spot. Yeah. I'm actually removing the good stuff. This is the good stuff on this side. It has an issue here, or it used to. It's not too bad now, but I don't know. I'll just put it in the box anyway. Okay. Yeah, some of these are not bad. Yeah. Okay. I think I got everything I needed. Or everything I can out of this. Some of it is really good, but it's just all cracked. Yeah, it's all nasty. Thank you for amazing videos. CSX7355, $2 super chat. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so yep, I'm tired. But I got a little bucket full. So these will be all kind of mixed together. I'll offer a couple boxes or whatever this ends up being. You know, I'll put a couple bifaces here and there. And a bunch of flakes together. Some of these flat flakes. This is all mid-grade to high-grade stuff. Yeah. All Texas chirp. Probably all from the, you know, Ballinger area or somewhere near there. Too bad this was heat damaged. Alrighty, let me check the chat and I'll say goodnight. This time for real. Okay. That's fair. It's mountain time, yeah. So you're 2 hours before my time. So right now I've got, what is it, 12:35, 12:36? Yeah, it's time for bed. Lance says good night, everybody. Yeah, 12:36 here too. I'm on Eastern time. Can you explain how your auctions work, Western Ninja? Yeah, you just go into the comment section of the video. When I post a video on Monday, you just go into the comment section and bid. I post the videos between 6 and 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Between, you know, 5:30 Central, 4 or 4:30 Mountain, 3 or 3:30 Pacific. It ends at 9 o'clock Eastern, or 8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific. The auctions, I have the video posted up for 3 hours. And you've got 3 hours to bid in the comment section. And then I close it out at 9 p.m. Eastern time, or 8 Central. And I put a heart on the winners. And then I add an extra comment in there, explain who the winner is on each item. There are comments that describe each item that I put in to the comment section. I put those in myself that describe each item, and it has a little item number. And you reply to those comments with your bids. You just look in the comment section of the video and you'll see how it works. If you've never bought something before and you end up winning, you need to send me your information by email. My email is jackcrafty2@gmail.com, but it's in the description of the auction in the description box. Okay, so I have a description of the auction in the description box, and you can also see how it works in the comment section. It's a hard close at 9. I don't extend the time. If people are sniping at the end, I just try to figure out who got in on time and who didn't. Okay? Alright. So hopefully that answers that question. And if you win, guess what? I send you the item after you pay. Yes, I do. All items go out on Tuesday and Wednesday after the auction. So auction happens on Monday and I mail everything out Tuesday and Wednesday. Sometimes it takes me a while to package the items. Sometimes not everyone responds quickly, which is fine. Sometimes people forget that they won something, or they didn't notice that they won something, and I have to remind them, so it might take an extra day. What do you do with all the waste flakes? I don't know. You want some free stuff? I save stuff that's kind of good, and I'll bring them to Knappings for people to pick up. Like I'm saving some of these to sell in the auction. But this kind of stuff that's not nappable, you wouldn't want these. It's got damage. It's going to cause misery. So I don't save the ones that'll cause misery. I save stuff that can be used, maybe. And I'm actually saving way too much of that. I'll never use it, but I save it for people who want to collect flakes at Knappings. I'll bring some of this stuff, like a bucket full of flakes. That way I can give them away if someone asks. Otherwise, a lot of this stuff is just too difficult for beginners. It's all curved. It's got delicate edges. You end up having to trim off everything that's delicate, and you end up with a little bitty piece. You're better off knapping bottle glass than this stuff, even if it's high grade raw. How do we win? If you bid the highest, you win. Barber Fadez says, "What's this?" Oh, silly questions. No, I'm not going to put out the silly sign. This is supposed to be napping. You missed it. I'm ending the live stream. So this is the end of the live stream. I was making stuff. The goal is to make stuff like this. Okay? I made this yesterday. So if you look at yesterday's live stream, you'll get a better idea of what I do. Right now I was just making crude items compared to that one. I was just making like these things, which are called bifaces or blanks, right? This is actually uniface because it's only been flaked on one side mainly. This is just the original flake scar on that side. But yeah, the goal is to make these. And this is in the shape of a real artifact from Texas. Okay? Meow Meow says hi. There's a lot of people coming into the live stream right now. Do you do custom orders? No, I do not do custom orders. MG says thank you. Wow, great job. Thank you, thank you. Vermont is my new home. Yes, Vermont is my new home. What is that? I'm getting a lot of what is it? What is it? I'm going to say goodnight here in a minute. I'm looking for questions in the auction. I'm looking for questions in the chat. People are asking me how does the auction work and stuff. I have auctions every Monday, every Monday, and I have live streams every night from 9:30 p.m. to supposedly 11:30 p.m., but a lot of times I'll go over my time. MG says, viewers tap the like button. Yep. Or double tap the screen. I'm using indirect percussion mainly on my videos. I do try to do bopper work, but I'm not that good at it. And no, it's not because I do it freehand. I get worse results if I nap on my lap. Western Ninja, also man, don't have flint in my area, just obsidian and rhyolite. I see. Anyways, I think there's no questions in the chat that need to be answered. You guys have answered a lot of questions I see. I wish I had lived somewhere with nappable stone. We just have sandstone and shale. Some people move to Texas just so they can have nappable stone available easily. Even the landscapes in Texas have chert and flint. Yeah, the landscaping at hotels, restaurants, and other places of business. Even the Walmarts sometimes have flint in the parking lot. So people move to Texas just for that, just so they can have easy access to nappable stuff. Amazing, huh? Okay, that's it, right? Yeah, TJ says we try to answer for you if we know the answer. Yep. Thank you, thank you. I know you guys are answering a lot of questions, which takes a load off of me. I can focus on the napping. Golden Gaming says howdy. Okay, that's it. I'm going to call it a night. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. I have a live stream every night. And tomorrow is going to actually be natural tools where I use antlers, stones, and bones sometimes for napping. Yeah, natural tools. Not the copper stuff. Not the metals. Not the artificial abraders. Okay, we'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.